So here's what we're gonna do. So we got Swallow Dance now. So we're gonna map that to the up direction. So you see we have 4 available skills. I'll try to explain this, but we assign one to each directional input, and then we activate it with the B button. A button is to attack. With Mint, since she's not a player character, she has all of her skills available. It's kind of an interesting mechanic that this game has, whereas in most RPGs you're able to sort of use any skill that you might have. In this game you can only use 4 if you're controlling a character, so while Mint can use whatever the heck she feels like, I don't know if I should be going this way. Wait, is this where it came from? This is where it came from. Okay, yeah, this is stupid. She can use whatever skill she feels like. Now I could theoretically use whatever skill I felt like, but I'd have to go back into the menu during battle and actually activate each individual one, and switch out the skill, and then I can just use it. It's kind of, you know, it's a little annoying to do that, but so I generally won't, and I'll generally try to use only the abilities I think might be useful to me at any given place. I'm hoping to find out which abilities have the proper fucking, what am I talking about? The proper attribute, like, you know, Hellpire it didn't tell us, but I believe that might be fire. I don't think it'll just tell us if it is or not. So that might be something we have to keep in mind. I'm gonna save again. Just because I do have to fight a boss, it looks like. Did I go up this way? Go up this way. So anything of interest. 3 bugbears. No problem. Now bugbears, I think, are like a... I don't know what they... What the hell is a bugbear? Like, you know? What the heck is that? I think that's like a Dungeons and Dragons type enemy. I know there's like owl bears in Dungeons and Dragons. I think bugbear is another thing in Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know who invented it. It could also be a translation thing where they're just trying to name it something that's recognizable by Westerners, whereas that's not the actual enemy's name. It's something to consider when you're playing JRPGs, as opposed to WRPGs. I think they're... Is that what they're traditionally called? Do people call them WRPGs? Something like, they're very different in nature. You can play, like, there's a lot of WRPGs like Ultima's WRPG, any of the Dungeons and Dragons games, like Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights, and Icewind Dale, Temple of Elemental Evil. I'm going to save once more. All of those. Planescape, obviously. Like Fallout's a Western RPG. Wizardry, I don't know how many people have heard of Wizardry, but that's a WRPG. They tend to be more popular, I think, over here, but... well, what I mean by that is I don't think they're really popular in Japan much at all. I don't know if they even release those in Japan. Kind of a weird thing to think about, but... that Japan just doesn't know anything about Fallout. I have no idea, actually, if those games are popular in the West. But JRPGs are pretty popular in both areas. Fuck, thank you. So we could try to use a orange shell here or something. I'm gonna try to take this guy out as best I can. Okay. Now I need to back up. Let's try to just do that. And back up. And up. This seems like it's working out for us. Oh, I didn't even use the new ability I had. I think we already killed one of the giant slugs. Yeah, there we go. Done! We beat the boss. Now if you look at the system and you think, oh, that's fun, that's cool, I always wanted to play an RPG like that, well, you're not alone. I really like action RPGs as well. Like, this game really appeals to me, the idea of it. We should be safe now. Oh, spoke too soon. Mint, look out. Ah. Cress? I should have been more careful. Cress. Hang in there, Cress. They must be after us. We better get out of here. Save me, Mint. I need to be saved. Mom, Dad. Now we could actually play as Mint if you really wanted to. You could. You don't want to be using her for combat mostly. You just want her to be sort of in the background and use heal whenever she can. Or needs to. Are you alright? You must be the one who helped us. Where are we? This is my home. I'm Trinicus D. Morrison, and you're Cress, right? So Morrison, that's the guy... So we had Edward Morrison, right, from the opening screen. I don't think I skipped that, right? I'm pretty sure I showed that in the recording.
If there is evil in this world, it lurks in the hearts of men.
You said, this is that quote from the beginning. If there is evil in this world, it lies in the hearts of man. You're Cress, right? Your friend told me your name. That voice thing is so iconic. When I booted this up, I was like, oh, I remember this. If there is evil in it. Your friend told me your name, because that's just how it starts every single time. Every time you boot it up. She also told me what you've been through up to this point. I think I got the general picture. Cress, you're awake. What a relief. Please, Cress, eat this. You'll feel much better. Wow, this is great. It's unbelievably good. Do you mind giving me a recipe? You can have my quiche. Apparently, Mint is good at making quiche. And take this too. You got monster lists. What is it? I'm sure it'll come in handy. Well, just don't tell me what it is then, I guess. And why don't you step outside? I'm sure it'll be useful. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it'll probably be useful. Yes, Chris. Why don't you step outside for a breath of fresh air? Okay. They just want to talk without me. They're trying to get rid of me. I see how it is. Actually, I'm just gonna get back in bed. Okay, I'm leaving. Are you feeling better, Chris? Sorry to scare you like that. I'm fine now. That's a relief. So we got Mint in our party. She's cool. I like her so far. She's been real cool and real sweet and nice. So far, no reason to dislike her, which is good. You always gotta, whenever you get new party members, you always gotta consider whether or not they're actually good people or not. Just because they join your party, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean they're good people. It's a fun little aspect I like. That you know, mostly I'm talking about the other games, really. This place is fucking mansion. It's pretty epic. pretty cool. I'm just checking all these things because I know there is sometimes things you can find in... hello. Hello. My friend recommended me for this job. Mr. Morrison sure is dreamy. Oops, did I say that out loud? Heart. Okay. Sure, man. Whatever. I have no idea where I'm going right now. So, these lead to the same room? They absolutely do. Okay, sounds pointless. Seems kind of pointless, but okay. So this is, yeah, okay. I just wanted to verify that I actually went in there. Alright, here we are outside. Let's talk to this wolf dog. Hello, wolf dog. Hello, bark. Whoa! Cress, you awake now? Hey, Chester! I told you I heard your name from your friend. Didn't it dawn on you? Morrison came to the village after you'd left. With his help, it didn't take long to give everyone a proper burial. Oh, I see. But why were you in our village? I was after the Black Armored Man. If I'd known sooner, I could have saved your village. It was too much for Miguel alone. He couldn't even save Maria. You knew my mom and dad? I did, we went way back. And you, young lady, I know your mother Meryl very well. Perhaps even better than you did. My mother. By the way, Cress. Oh, do you know anything about that jewel your father closely guarded? Actually, you made it into a pendant and gave it to me as a birthday present. You have it with you. It was stolen. What? The Black Armored Man stole it when I was captured. Why is that pendant so important? This is terrible. It may already be too late. May the gods help us. You three stay here. I must visit the catacombs at once. It's the Black Armored Man, isn't it? We're going too. Please let us get our revenge. No, wait here. But... please. Sorry, but I'm afraid you'd only get in the way. We might just surprise you. Have you ever beaten your father? No. That's enough. I'm really sorry. If anything bad happened to you kids, I'd never be able to face your parents in the next life. Please, you must listen to me. Should we listen to him? No, what are we supposed to do? You heard what Morrison said, but there's no way I could just sit and wait here. Me either. Cress? How about you? Answer me. We made a pact, didn't we? We swore to avenge their deaths. Are you going to let what Morrison said stop you? Hey, I'm talking to you. Please don't fight, guys. Please. Who's making all that noise? Hey, Morrison, how about a cup of tea? Hey, it's that guy. I suppose that little whippersnapper has stepped out. Master Tristan. What are you doing here? Well, if it isn't Miguel's son, Cress. Come here all the time for a cup of tea or two. What might you be doing here? Actually, and that's where it stands now. Oh yeah, so, basically he just explained the whole story, but they didn't really acknowledge that he did that. So, he explains everything, and explain, know that. Morrison said you would only get in the way, did he? They should have done like a transition or something, like a black fade to black and then come back or something. Or does the text box that said, Cress explained. Yep. Ho ho ho, but instead it just seems kind of awkward. That Morrison, he should not get so puffed up. Just because he can use a smidgen of divine power. Huh? Morrison is a healer just like me? Like you? Well now, you must be Meryl's daughter. Spitting image of your mother. You're going to be a real beauty. Oh, she's embarrassed. Why? Why does everyone we meet seem to know about Mint and I? And why do they also know about our parents? It's freaking me out. Do you really want to know? Uh-huh. But what we really want is to get revenge. Now you're talking, Crest. That's the spirit, Crest. It's totally supportive of our revenge. Morrison may be right about what he said, but I've made up my mind. Master, I beg you, let us fight. I don't see why not. However, you are currently ill-equipped. A peddler stopped by, so you should get everything you need first. Go to the cave to the southeast when you're ready. I'll await you there. Sounds good, bud. Damn good, bud. Huh? What is it, Cress? That earring I got in the dungeon is gone. Where could I have lost it? Nothing, let's go. Alright, we got 3 party members now. Chester is back at level... There's Mint. There's her little portrait. We haven't seen that before, so, you know, now you've seen it. That's what she looks like. Don't know how often I'm gonna open that. We're not gonna cook anything, there's no need. It's only really a need to cook something if you need to. Oh, excuse me. There's Morrison. He wouldn't answer the door. How will you have to do? Would you like to buy something? Sure would. Can I sell anything? I can sell this cloak for sure. Don't need it. I'll also sell the longsword because I can't use that either. So we have a saber for 200. So you sell things. We need... I usually like to keep this at like 10, and I think it's important to have apple gels. As well, life bottles are useful, but we hopefully won't need them at this juncture. Probably better to spend our money on weapons and such. So rod we already have, we don't need that. We can get a cloak for 12. A cape? Let's buy a cape. I think everybody can actually equip a cape. It's an accessory. It increases defense by 1. So it would behoove us to get capes for everybody. It's not that great, but useful enough. So there we go, we got capes. Other than that, let's see, we got 10, 12 for a cloak, which we already have, cape for 20. What's the next up, like 150? 150 probably for leather gloves, which is another thing that everybody, I believe, can use. Better to test that out before I just kind of do it. Let me just, yeah, no, she can't use it, but Chester can, so let's buy another one. Go ahead and do that. Good thing I tested that out. That would have been bad otherwise. We still got a bit of money to use here. So other than that, leather gloves, we got a beret for 300. 180 for rapier. Do I have for rapier? Rapier, I believe, is what he's using. Yeah, he's got a rapier at the moment. So we got 200 for a better sword and a longbow. So we should buy both of those things and equip them. Go ahead and do that. So that'll increase my slash, but reduce my accuracy, which is interesting, but good enough that I'm on board with it. So this means we have an extra... Why do we have an extra pair of leather gloves? Did I not equip Chester with the leather? Oh, I didn't. Okay. I don't know why I didn't. So we can sell the short bow, we can sell the rapier. We could keep the rapier, but I don't see the point. So we got the saber and the longbow. Next thing up is probably going to be the shields. It looks like a shields and a beret. We can buy one of each, so let's go ahead and do that. I believe round shield, yeah, you can use round shield, nobody else can use that, so we got the one round shield, and then the beret I believe she can use, so there you go. Probably should have double checked that Chester can't also use a beret. Oh, he totally can. So I should buy another beret. Alright, and that's probably gonna be all we can get. But, you know, not bad. Definitely not bad. We got a wooden shield we can sell. Put us at 293. So what weren't we? We weren't able to buy the chainmail, ring mail, 900, 1200. Leather helms, or at least one leather helm would have been useful, but that's okay. Ugh. We have all these things. We can't afford another life bottle, but we can afford to buy a couple more ingredients here. So let's try to max everything out as best we can. So there we go. It's 97. We might be able to buy more ingredients, at least the cheapest ones. Rice brings us to 88. Can we get a 40? No. Okay. So there we go. We are golden. We're done. A savory, I believe, increases, thank you. I believe I should use that, actually. Yeah, increases max TP by 5%. So we should use that on probably Chester here. Cool. Alright, so we can see, you can look at the, just to show you this, the monster list. Now these are all the monsters we have scanned with the magic lens. I believe it also includes monsters we've seen but haven't scanned, but it won't include things like HP, TP, experience, gall, which is the money that you get from it. Doesn't include things like that. It might just show the icon, I think, and then everything else would show as question marks. So part of completing these games 100% is getting the monster list to 100%, finding all the recipes, getting all the titles. There's a whole lot of stuff that leads to the requirement of 100%, and it's all well tracked, which I really appreciate. And kind of part of the fun of the game for a for somebody who enjoys collecting things, it's nice. It's nice to have like a thing you can work on at all times, you know. Like I see a new monster, well, I scan it. I should scan it. I need to walk around and explore because I can get titles, I can get cooking, I can find weapons. There's all kinds of stuff you can do if you just walk around and look for stuff. It's a lot of it's good for an RPG to have stuff like that, like a lot of extra, you know. That's kind of the best thing you can do with an RPG. So I'm gonna save actually really quick here, just in case something goes wrong, because the last time I saved, as you can see, was in the dungeon, and it would be bad if we were to die and have to go all the way back to the dungeon, obviously, so we won't do that. Now I believe the cave is to the north. No, this is the cave here. So let's just go, well, maybe we could go explore somewhere else. Let's go do that. So nothing to, we've got slash back again. Our highest stat is to slash, so we don't have to worry about trying to thrust all the time. Our thrust is actually worse now, which is okay, which is no big deal. I actually really appreciate that there's, because the game has such an interesting, like, battle system, that they can do things like, depending on whether you're slashing or thrusting. That's like, not many RPGs actually, oh, we were just around the bend there. Huh. I didn't even know I could go that way. That's interesting that I didn't do that before. Well, I wonder what would have happened if had we gone there early. I don't know if we even could. Okay, little swallow dance. I haven't used it before. Just wanted to see what it did. It would actually be very useful on flying enemies, so we'll use that.